Okay, so it is Monday, and I woke up with a headache. So I've had a headache for about 18 minutes now, but that's okay. I also woke up and discovered something else. This package came in for me, but what's in the package? Well, the screen for this guy. It kind of broke. I was at work and I was using it with an external speaker, and I was on a lift, a scissor lift, if you guys know what that is. If you don't, it just lifts you up and down. So I was on that lift and I was lifting up. I wasn't paying too much attention, and well, I mean, I was paying attention all around me, but where I put the speaker, and I crushed it in between the lift and a beam in the ceiling. Yeah. So the screen broke and everything, so that kind of sucks. I ended up getting some glass in my thumb because I went to pick it up, and I got cut. Actually, you can still see the mark right there. See it? It's right there. Right there. Yeah. But that's okay. It bled a lot more than you would have thought. Yeah. But so now I get the exciting job of taking this screen, putting it on this guy, and it should be pretty successful. I mean, I haven't opened this up in years, so we'll see how well I do. For those who are wondering, yes, I did put tape over it. That was just so I didn't get any glass in my fingers when I was touching the screen. So, without further ado, here we go. Alright, so I got it off. You may wonder what the electrical tape was about if you saw it. And the reason for that is because the screen already broke up here. As you can see, it's missing the whole top piece. So it already broke when I put it in last time, because this is actually a replacement from the last one. However, it was a cheap Chinese version, and that broke when I put it in because I put it in wrong, because I got this, the LCD screen, and this separately when they're supposed to be together. So it came in uneven and actually ended up cracking and breaking the top, so I just put electrical tape over it because it still worked, and I wasn't about to buy a new one again because that would be very silly. But now that the whole thing broke, I had to buy another whole thing. And, oh, sorry. It's time to get the new one on. So, that was a little more difficult than I originally had planned it would be. And that's only because I'm going off of memory of what I did last time. So, I had to try and figure out how I opened it and did all that last time, and I thought I took the whole thing out, but turns out I didn't, and I'm just gonna have to wiggle this little cable here underneath this guy and attach it with some tweezers. So hopefully I can get that going, rocking and rolling. Do gotta take the home button off of this guy, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that, and let's finish this. On another side note, you may have wondered why I scraped all the stuff over here off and over here, and that's because you need it to adhere. You need the new glue to adhere to the smoother surface. You don't want a whole bunch of stuff like the stuff I had was nasty. This stuff right here, this is what came off, and it's not only glue, but it's also little pieces of glass, and you don't want that because you'll end up having the exact same thing that I had last time, which is where this thing broke. So that's not good. This screen is all hazy. Wish I would have known that. Would have fixed it a long time ago, but I will now. Is that any better? That's better. And so, let's finish this. Alright, so now it is time for the testing phase. Gotta make sure that this thing still works. Oh, got unplugged. Hold on. Give me a moment. Alright. Did it get unplugged again? Nope. Alright, gotta make sure that this thing works. So the screen works. Looks dandy except for this Yoda hair. We'll just get that out of the way. Alright, so hopefully this touchscreen works, and... Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I must not have completed the connection. Well, time to get back in. That's what she said. Alright, for those of you that may be wondering what this thing is right here, that I've been like playing around, you know, trying to get back on, this is copper tape, and it deals with the heating of this thing. So it helps it cool down, which is why, you know, if it's put on by the manufacturer, you're gonna want it back on. So let's get this over here. There you go, there you go. And we'll push this back down. Hopefully we won't have to push this back up. Alright. Alright, everything's in place. We'll put on the LCD screen. They always make these things like the hardest things to do in the world. Alright. At least not the hardest thing, but the most annoying thing. No! So I'm kind of thinking, I wonder now if it's a bad touchscreen. Because it's not working. And I definitely fully connected this thing. You know what, I'm just going to stop filming all these things, because it always seems like I have issues whenever I film these things. But when I don't, I always get it perfect, just fine the first time. Alright, well, guess back to the drawing board. Alright, so after about 2 hours working on this thing, I've gonna just decide that this screen is broken. I'm gonna decide that this screen is broken, and I'm just gonna have to contact the guy that I bought it from off of eBay, and hopefully he gives me a replacement or something, because this has been very, Very frustrating. But, yeah. So what I'm going to have to do now is just put some electrical tape over it and plug it into my car, and hopefully it'll still be able to play through that. I absolutely hate doing this. Like, what do you say when you have something bad and you want it returned, or you just want your money back or something? I don't know what you say to be like, hey, this is what I want, but I'm asking it politely. I don't know. But I absolutely hate doing this. This is so frustrating. So I got some upsetting news to bring to you guys. Here's the thing. I was planning on driving 4.5 hours to meet somebody, and all I was waiting for was my boy Rizzy to get off of work. All he had to do was get off of work and just be like, yeah, we can go. Let's buy some tickets. Right? All you had to do. That's all you had to do. But he couldn't do it. So his boss was not letting him. So the guy that I was trying to meet, this guy right here, because you know his music is amazing, and I hope that bird's not bothering you. It's probably coming through pretty loud, but anyway. So I was gonna go and I was gonna meet him. However, I was just online and I was checking up on things and looking, and yeah, there's none available. So I guess I'm not gonna go and meet him, but at some point in my life I will meet him, and me and him will be best friends. Like, it's gonna happen. I just know it. So if you're watching this, little Dickie, we're gonna be best friends. All you have to do is talk to me. And if you're not, then we're gonna be. And I'll show you this video sometime, and you'll be like, whoa, you've been planning this for a while. And I'm like, yes, I have. So yeah. Well, here's Alex. Hey, Alex. Shaking hands, that's all. Me? Here's the fun part of the beef jerky. Yeah. It gets stuck on these trays. So when you try and take it off, it's like, oh, never mind. I'm gonna just stay on this tray forever. So that's cool. All these trays have pretty much been like this. I got one more to go. But hey, we made beef jerky, by the way. You know, you have toys of your own. Right there. Right there. Right there. But you choose to play with my mini tripod stand. What's up with that? What are you doing? Are you done? Is that it? Nope. Yoda! What's up? So I'm in my car now, waiting on my iPod to start working. because last time I did this, it stopped working. I plugged it into my car right there. Right there. Yeah, I'm using my phone as a light. So I plugged it into my car right there, and eventually it gets read by my radio, and it'll start working. So at least that's what it did last time. So I'm kind of hoping that it does it this time. I don't know if I shorted something out or something or whatever, but it stopped turning on last time from the power button, and it stopped turning on this time from the power button. So I was just like, I hope this works, and crossed my fingers, and it worked. So hopefully this works. I'm retrying the same screen, putting it on. Thanks. I'll just go ahead and turn you back on, I guess. Alright. So I retried putting the same screen back on, and it did another click. Last time it was doing 2 clicks, and this time I got 3 clicks. So I was like, oh sweet, let me try it. So I turned it on, and a whole white screen. So I was like, alright, this must mean the LCD screen I plugged in was bad somehow. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in, tried to turn it on, and it wouldn't turn on. So I don't know what's going on with it now. It wasn't being read, or yeah, it's not being read right now by my radio. So hopefully it will be soon. Hopefully. And we'll get rocking and rolling and seeing if it works. Another thing I wanted to talk about was my cousin. I ended up texting him back because none of you viewer gave me any help at all. No advice. Thanks. But I texted him and I said, so you want to tell me what's, or what I say? So you want to tell me why you don't want to work with me? Which is what, what I would have said if I was with him. If we were in person just talking, I would have said it to anybody really. It's just how I talk. And I got no response. I said that on Tuesday. It is now Wednesday night. I said that Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. It's now Wednesday night. And I still have not gotten a response. So I'm going to assume that I am not going to get a response from that text. And yeah. So I don't know. Naomi said that I could have said it nicer, but that's just how I talk. I'm not going to change how I talk to form a question. So, yeah, I don't know. But I guess I do say that a lot because it just went right into the middle. But anyway, that's what I said, and I still haven't gotten a response, so I guess I'm not going to get a response. Sorry about that. Coming down from that sickness, as you know, it's getting better, and I'm starting to feel better. But other than that, I got nothing else for you. Just gonna wait in here for a little bit longer to see if this reads. But yeah, I want to talk to you about that, the iPod, and also my cousin, that I'm probably not gonna get a response, and that's kind of upsetting. I did really want to work with him, and I did have a lot of fun when I worked with him. And I have videos for 3 music videos that I guess won't get finished. So that kind of sucks as well. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to be sticking with working. I guess I'm just going to be sticking with working with that one other guy, Slim C. And we're just going to see where things go from there. I'm still looking for a job, but I can't, I don't know what's going on with that. No one's really responding, so, like I said, I got to build up my portfolio, I got to build my portfolio up, and that's what I'm concentrating on doing now. Well, I mean, technically not right now, because I'm trying to fix my music box. Which is kind of upsetting that it hasn't picked up yet. So I'm getting a little worried, but what are you gonna do? I brought this cord out to plug it in, to not use this cord right here that I got wired and plugged into there, and I forgot to use it. So I think I'm gonna unplug it from there, plug it into there, and see if that helps any better. But I guess the video's over. Other than that, I got nothing else to say. So, yep, no more of this. But all right, so I'll catch you later. Hey, so I'm out here working on my car a little bit, and I noticed something in the sky. Oh, you see it? You see it? Oh yeah, look at that. Someone's in a hot air balloon. That's pretty cool. I don't know if like it's something that they paid like to do, or like, I don't know. I don't know if that's something you can do out here or what, but that's pretty cool. That's going on. But yeah, that's why I got the camera. I wasn't gonna film any of this, but I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. So I wanted to show you guys, because that is interesting to me, so it may be interesting to somebody else. But right now I'm working on this car in the driveway. Yeah. So what happened was, I was leaking some oil on the ground here, you know, there's a couple spots. Guess I didn't notice it was happening for a while. It was only like dripping out like a little bit. I got a little bit on my finger and like that was it, and I was like, alright, well I guess it's not that bad. I checked my oil and this is how much I had. Yeah, I didn't have any oil whatsoever. And I don't know how long I've been driving like that. So that's kind of bad. So I filled up, I put some more oil into it, and turns out I put too much. Whoops. Oh, it's fine, I landed on that. So I put too much oil into it. So now I have the grueling task of taking out that bolt, taking out some of the oil, but not all of the oil, and just enough so that it works, or it works, yeah. Just enough so that it fits in between the high and low line. Well, hopefully it won't be too difficult. Alright, so that was not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. In case you were wondering, that is what she said. Also, I'm just wiping it down right now, you know, I've already gotten all the oil out, and now it's time to tighten it, but why dirty up your tools, right, you know? There's no reason to do that. And I gotta figure out, yeah, I just changed it. So now I'm gonna tighten it up. It definitely was not as hard as I anticipated. Just gotta make sure they can get underneath your car. But alright, so check this out. Look at all this oil. This extra oil. So I think that the indication that I had before was, it had to have been wrong. Look at all this extra oil. Because, I mean, yeah, I wasn't paying attention when I was putting it in, but there was like nothing on the indication. That sun is bright. There was like nothing on the indication, and I only had, it was like 1.5 in one thing and like 3 in another, and my car takes 4. So, and I didn't pour it all in there. I still have some, a little left over, and I don't think I poured that much extra, but who knows. All I know now is that it's back up, and hopefully that was tight enough. I wasn't turning anymore for the oil screw, and hopefully that was my problem, was that I didn't turn it hard enough the last time I did the oil change. And it was leaking ever since then, hopefully. Because I just, you know, as you saw, I just tightened it, and it didn't tighten anymore, so hopefully it's tight enough now. And that's about it. I'm just going to lower this back down and recheck the oil levels and make sure we're still good. Oh, and for those who were concerned, yes, I do safety first. Yes, I do. Right here, you know, the jack stand. I got the jack stand up just in case this fails. Usually I just put jack stands on and I don't leave this on, but I don't want to go through all that work of lifting it back up and taking the jack stand off, so I didn't. Alright, so everything checked out just fine. Hopefully it's good now. Hopefully it won't be leaking or anything like that. I'm going to have to check it. I'm going to check the levels tomorrow morning as well before I leave for finals. Yep, I got my paintball finals tomorrow. Probably told you guys, but I'm telling you again, I'm excited. But hopefully that's all good now. And what better time to take off this gas tank and put the gas that's in here into one of these guys, because I'm not going to ride it again for the rest of the winter. So time to empty that out, and then maybe we can fix this guy. A little dent right there. There you go. Yep, maybe we can fix this guy sometime over the winter. Who knows? Here we go. I got it working. My gas tank is now peeing. Not only that, but it's going straight into the hole. Doesn't even need this funnel. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm good, but like, yeah. I'm alright, I guess. Alright, I'm back from paintball. Yes, I know I didn't record anything. Sue me. So we'll talk about that later. Right now, got my car up because the hole in my exhaust made a louder sound on the way. So I knew it got a little bigger, right? So I jacked it up and I went to check it out to see what's going on. And if I can roll uphill, defying gravity. Oh, it's way over here. Alright, I'll just show you. And, yeah, this is not attached anymore. It just, oh, I'm just rolling away now. There's literally nothing I can do. Alright. This, I'm just gonna do this. This is easier. It's not attached anymore. So I got this whole thing doing absolutely nothing now. Just chilling, doing nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these guys and this guy, boom, with a rag, and this guy, and we're gonna try and put it back together. So you must be wondering, what the heck did he just show me, right? So let me just explain this, because you probably know what wire brushes are and what cleaning chemicals are, but you probably may not know what this is, and if you do, great, but if you don't, I'm going to tell you, so listen up. This right here is aluminum tape. It's the same thing as the aluminum foil that you have that you use for cooking. It's just in tape form. I used to fix Xbox 360s and used to put this on some of the parts to tape down some things and, you know, go through the oven. And go through, not the oven, but, you know, sometimes it would go through the oven, sometimes it would go on to other heating sources and this and that. So I just happen to have this. I didn't go out and buy this to do this fix. My original plan was there was going to be a hole, and it was going to be a hole like this, and then the hole got like this, and then what I was going to do was put the goop stuff over it that I've already done before on a different exhaust to fix the hole. And you just put that over it, let it dry, and then after it dried, I was going to put the tape over it to give it an added layer of protection. However, when I got underneath the car and I looked and the whole pipe was like, I'm just gonna be done. I don't like this guy anymore. And just separate, I was like, alright, so something different's gonna have to happen. So, this is what I did. Oh yeah, right there, that guy. So it looks pretty solid, you know, it's not coming off of it. You know, it's pretty good around. I ended up using more tape than I thought I was going to, but hopefully it'll work, at least for the time being, until I can get a new one. Obviously this isn't going to be a permanent, let me run this for years fix. It's a, hey, let me run this for like a couple weeks or something like that kind of fix, especially with the winter coming up. But yeah, it's not coming off, you know, it's all shaking together. So yeah, that's my mechanical determination says it should work. So we're definitely going to find that out when I move it from this position back to the end of the driveway and see if it's alright, if it blows up or whatnot. But hopefully it'll be alright for at least a few weeks, maybe, I don't know. But that's that. Right? Alright, so paintball today. It was pretty fun. We did very well on our first game. I did very well on the first game or match. It was very nice. We came 6-7, 7-6, depending on how you want to look at it. We lost. Sorry. We lost, and we went into the losers bracket. So the winner of the losers bracket came in third place. So after we lost the first one, we really didn't care anymore about winning because, hey, sorry, she's such a distraction. So we didn't really care about winning because, I mean, it's third place. Who really wants to fight for third? So, yeah, it was a long, hard fought match in that first one, and that team actually went on to winning the finals. So if you want to be beat by a team, you know, beat by the champions, I guess, you know, it's alright, but we really should have beat them. We came at them strong and then all of a sudden, like, broke down again. I don't know. Either way, we should have beat them. There was a stupid call, and then, like, if I had more time on a match or a point that I was doing, it was 3-on-5, and we ended up coming up on them, and I went to their side of the field and was going to get the last two guys out, but we ran out of time. So I feel like if we had just a little bit more time, I would have been able to get those guys out, tie it up, and then we'd go to overtime, but whatever. It didn't happen that way. We lost, and yeah, but we had a whole bunch of fun. And I actually started the documentary on the team. I don't know if I told you guys yet, or maybe I did and you forgot. I'm making a documentary on the Assassins for next season. So I'm going to follow them around on their events and their practices and such, and just make a nice documentary. Hopefully it'll look nice. And I'm going to put a lot of work into it and, you know, really show off the stuff that I can do, and I hope that it's going to look nice, and I guess we'll find out. So I started filming that today, and I got some good footage, and I got some interviews pretty much over this winter break. I'm going to release one video introducing the team, and maybe a second one kind of doing the same thing. I don't know. But I got to figure all that out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That was paintball, and I got nothing else to say to you guys. So thanks for sticking this long in the vlog. This is actually a pretty long one, and hopefully it was entertaining. Hopefully it made up for last week when I didn't really have anything, and hopefully it made up for those other times I didn't have much of anything or anything really entertaining. So I hope it was good and you guys enjoyed it, and I'm gonna catch you guys next week. And don't forget, stay different.